Let's take a look at how Americans reacted to the historic ruling. Let's begin with our Emma Henderson, who's live in Columbus tonight. Columbus was the site of the state's biggest rallies and protests today. Emma, good evening.
Hi, Russ. It's looking pretty quiet behind me right now, but actually a few blocks away, there's probably several dozen protesters who are still out in the streets at this hour, but that pales in comparison to the thousands that were here earlier today.
Thousands of people from the State House to the state Supreme Court, angry but not defeated following the overturning of Roe versus Wade.
I had an unplanned pregnancy last year. I now have a 6-month-old son, and I love him to death. But the pregnancy was awful. It was horrible. I lost myself. I dealt with really awful postpartum anxiety and depression. And that is not something that I would want anyone to go through.
People who support the decision were also at the State House before the demonstration starts.
Today is significant because we look backward at decisions like Dred Scott versus Sanford, Plessy versus Ferguson as unjust decisions. And today now, Roe versus Wade joins that community of unjust decisions which have been finally overruled. It's part of a long march for human rights for all humans and not just some humans.
Separate church and state. By far the minority on the sidewalks outside the Ohio Statehouse, as people of all ages share their fears about what a future without Roe looks like, especially for those with young daughters.
I feel like I am young, I can't do it now. I'll fight for a better future for her and my son also, because I am not raising him to be one of those misogynistic men that's on here that don't respect women.
The old white men who have the decisions that I'm supposed to be making, I don't find it fair and just, like I said, absolutely ridiculous.
There's no protection in place. They're not doing anything. It's like once children are out of the womb, they're on their own. And no one should have to go through birth if they don't want to. It is traumatic. It changes your body forever.
My body, my choice. My body, my choice.
So all of the protests that we've seen today in Columbus have been peaceful. I think that's very important to acknowledge, even though both sides are really full of emotion, whether it's positive or negative tonight. Russ.
Emma Henderson in Columbus. Thank you.